Alrighty, hey guys, Stan the Man here. Today we're going to be continuing our 20-day countdown to WrestleMania 40, which if you haven't seen the last video, for 20 days until WrestleMania 40, we're going to be doing a WrestleMania themed video every single day until the event. So today's topic is going to be top 10 worst WrestleMania injuries. Now, not all of these are like, oh my god, go to the hospital injuries, but still, you knew they were hurting like hell after, and they were just out of action for a little while after that. So, without any further ado, let's get right into this. At number 10, we have The Undertaker's WrestleMania 25 Dead Man's Dive on the Shawn Michaels. Now, as you guys know, this match was absolutely insane already. Crazy, out-of-your-seat moments, kickouts of stuff you wouldn't even think. These guys just tore the roof off the place just by a competition, not even for a title or anything. But look at this. Freaking goes over the top rope and BAM! Lands right on his freaking head. Like, that is absolutely insane. He's lucky he didn't break his neck. From what I heard, that camera guy was a fake camera guy, and he was supposed to help catch The Undertaker, but clearly he did not do a good job on that, and from what I heard, he got fired immediately. At number 9, we have Shawn Michaels' second rope springboard through the announce table. As you know, he went against Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24 in their last match, or Ric Flair's last match. Shawn Michaels defeated Ric Flair, so he had to retire. But look at this, right here. Frickin' Shawn bounces off the ropes, goes ribs first through the table. Now, I'm pretty positive that he said he actually broke some ribs off of that maneuver. And honestly, I'm not surprised. Like, the fact that he can even do a move like that is insane in the first place. But I respect Shawn. He was trying to put on a show killer match. I mean, he is the showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania, for a reason. So he definitely will do anything to entertain the fans. Next, we have Jeff Hardy getting speared from the Money in the Bank briefcase off a 20-foot ladder by Edge. Now, these guys had the odds stacked against them. Hulk Hogan was taking on The Rock, so they wanted to make some noise. This was the first ever WrestleMania 6-man ladder match, and boy, did they freaking deliver. The Dudley Boys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian, every time they get in the ring together and have a ladder match, they're just amazing. They have chemistry. They could, like, have a match, and no matter what, it'll be entertaining. They could have a fight with freaking mops, rakes, and brooms, and they'd still make it work. But look at this. We make it halfway through the match around. Jeff Hardy's just hanging there, and boom! Freaking speared off the top of the ladder. I mean, there is no way that did not hurt. I mean, you're back. There's no way he didn't smash his head on the canvas. Like, it's still crazy looking back at it that ever even happened. And only Jeff Hardy would agree to do something like that, because I'm trying to think, like, I don't really think many other people would honestly take that bump at all, but you can always count on Jeff Hardy to do something crazy like that. At number 7, we have Finn Balor's head cut open by a ladder by Edge at WrestleMania 39 in Hell in a Cell. Now, I suggest if you guys don't like gruesome photos, you might want to skip this Finn Balor one, because there's going to be some gross pictures. But anyways, look at this. Freaking Edge doing an execution off the freaking ladder. Finn Balor does a coup de grace through it. Puts him through a table with the steel chair. They did all sorts of shit. But right here you see Edge throws a ladder at Finn Balor, and it ends up making a big laceration in his head. Alright, nasty photos coming. Look at this. Look at this freaking gash in his head. I mean, even looking at this black and white picture that they had to blur it out, and all I think is, thank God he was the demon Finn Balor, because if he wasn't and didn't have all that face paint on, it would probably be even worse. I mean, yeah, they had to wipe his face off during the match since it's PG bullshit now, but, like, thank God for that. But, man, the length of that cut in his head is just freaking insane. At number 6, we have The Miz WrestleMania 27 concussion. He took on John Cena in the main event, Miz defending his WWE Championship. I mean, it was a pretty decent match, I guess. They were definitely feuding for several months before this match. But we make it to the end of the match where they're fighting outside. Cena puts Miz on the barricade, and he sprints and spears Miz into the crowd, basically. You see them laying on the ground here. You see, if you watch the video, Miz smashes his head on the concrete, and he did not remember a single thing after that. Thankfully, Rock was there where he was able to help Miz and Cena finish their match, but Miz was out of it. Even you see this picture of him backstage here. You can tell he has no idea where he is. Everybody's asking him where he is. Like, that sucks. You make it to the main event of WrestleMania and smash your head and you basically don't even remember most of the night. Up next, we have Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Usos at WrestleMania 38. I mean, there wasn't really anything too special about this match. I believe it was the show opener. Usos, both of them were still in the bloodline, and they had the tag team titles, so they were defending them. So, any Uso tag team match is pretty good. It's a good show opener, very speed. But you see here, Madcap Moss has one of the Usos on his shoulder. The other one jumps on it. Rick decides to hold both of them in like a fireman's carry, and his knee just freaking gave right out. You could see it right there. You could tell he had to tag Shinsuke and have Shinsuke finish the match. You definitely know it was real. Unfortunately, he doesn't even work there anymore. I'm sure a lot of that has to do with it, but dude, that stinks. Any injury at WrestleMania like that, especially that you're going to be out for at least 6 to 8 months afterwards, I mean, that's really sad. At number 4, we have the world famous Shane McMahon jumping off the top of the Hell in the Cell at WrestleMania 32. Now, Shane, if he beat The Undertaker, he was going to be allowed to run Monday Night Raw. So they made it really personal, had a lot of Shane and Vince promos. Wow, this match was just absolutely physical. You see Shane with the garbage can spot here doing the coast to coast, Undertaker, Snake Eyes, all the classic Undertaker stuff, guillotine leg drop. But honestly, I don't even remember how they ended up breaking out of the cell. But they did. Shane knocked out Taker with a television monitor. And sure enough, that crazy son of a bitch climbed up to the top of the Hell in a Cell and jumped off of it. I mean, listen, I know there's pads and shit under the announce table and that. But dude, you're telling me that doesn't hurt at all? I don't even know if it was from that move, but I heard Shane McMahon got like such a bad hernia that his belly button almost popped out or some shit. I'm not necessarily sure if it was from that, but dude, even the next night on Raw, he could barely freaking walk out onto the ramp. So, that definitely hurt like hell. And it's still one of the craziest WrestleMania memories and moments I've ever seen. Next, we have Roman Reigns' potential arm/shoulder break. Now, I don't think he really broke his shoulder, but you see here he has Reigns in the Kimura lock, right? And then Lesnar lets him go, and you see him laying on his side, and it looks like freaking something is freaking popping out. Now, this was for all the titles, the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship, so there was a lot on the line. And I remember there's even this one part where Brock Lesnar kind of squeezes Roman's neck to see if he's okay. I think Reigns may have just oversold it. Some good camera work. Good part on Lesnar as well. But you see this clip here of Mark Henry and Brock Lesnar. I couldn't find any of Roman Reigns. But you see his arm freaking look like it snaps. Now, I know it doesn't necessarily snap it. Brock Lesnar's good at making it look that real. But I remember not long after the match ended as well, so there was a lot of speculation if he really did get hurt, but Reigns was never really out of action after that, so looks like he really wasn't, but damn, looked good on TV, tell you that. At number 2, we have The Undertaker's severe concussion. As you know, he was taking on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30, defending his streak. Overall, it was a pretty decent match. Undertaker looked decent in the beginning, but not long into the match, somewhere the Undertaker smashes his head, and he's just going through the motions. It also stunk that Brock Lesnar ended up beating him and breaking the streak in the end. But you could see, like, even look at him right here, like, getting ready to walk up the ramp and in the ring. Like, his eyes looked so freaking glazed over. It's awful. I even heard that he could not remember anything until the entirety of the next day. I also heard that Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar themselves went in the ambulance with The Undertaker. If Vince McMahon's leaving frickin' WrestleMania, it must be a pretty serious injury, but luckily The Undertaker's probably toughest guy in WWE ever, and he was able to pull through it. And at number 1, we have Brock Lesnar's botched shooting star press. He went against Kurt Angle in the main event of WrestleMania 19. These guys are two of the realest wrestlers it gets, so they were physical as all hell. You see Brock Lesnar gorilla pressing Kurt Angle like it's nothing. Kurt Angle doing the angle lock on Lesnar, really just staying on him. Almost near the end of the match, Brock Lesnar decides to take a high-risk move, goes up to the top rope. Look at this. Does a shooting star press right onto his freaking head. Like, that is absolutely insane. He is so lucky that he did not break his neck or paralyze himself. I mean, seriously, look at his head go into the freaking ground. And amazingly after this, he was able to get up and F5 Kurt Angle and beat him for the WWE Championship. It's just absolutely insane. And Kurt Angle also had a broken neck going into this match. These guys are just absolute freaking animals. And it's amazing that Brock Lesnar was able to walk away from that with no really serious damage. Alrighty guys, so that is going to be it for this video. Comment down below if you agree with me, what you don't agree with, and also some other injuries that I may have forgotten to put on here. But yeah guys, if you haven't checked out any of the other WrestleMania themed countdown videos, definitely go ahead, check those out. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.